Selloane. I'm so excited that you are here with us. Today I have a surprise for you. Nathan and Abrami, my husband. Anyway, I am so excited you're joining us today, and I just want to share a few things with you. Today we're going to share a few things about 6 essential things about healthy marriage. But before then, can you just say hello to my peeps?
Hello, everybody. I'm Nathan. Pleasure to be
I already
here.
told them who you were.
Pleasure to be here. Let's just do it one more time.
Okay. He's Nathan. And first question, do you remember where we met? How we met? What were you doing?
I was at work, at the stage of the Men's Club Theater. And I kind of knew you were coming. It's a new girl coming in. And since she comes in, I was supposed to let them know. And she walked in.
There she was.
Oh, okay. She was gorgeous. And I just said hello and welcomed her to the theater. And then she was very sweet.
Oh.
But a little offish at first.
What? No way.
I knew that wasn't going to last.
Oh, gosh.
No, I thought she was just occupied. She was busy doing other things.
I was seeing other people, okay? I was busy on the phone.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay?
And,
Didn't know who you was.
But the first time we met was a very good, there was a connection there. I knew there was a connection there.
Oh, so the first thing, really honestly speaking, like when you meet the person, it's like that connection, that first connection.
You can feel it. I mean, seriously, you can feel it.
Yeah. So you felt like you connected with me the first day, even though you didn't know who I was?
I did, because, your energy was there.
Yeah.
It's positive vibes.
Yeah.
Because you meet some people and the negative vibe is there and it won't go away.
Yeah.
But this was positive, so.
Right. So anyway, when I met him, that was really sweet. When I met him, he was at the stage, of course, and I just had my own life. I was coming from tour. I was busy. I was a busy young lady.
She was.
Anyway, but he was so kind to me. And then as time went by, we say hi. And then one of the things I will never forget, though, one of his kids, because his kids used to visit him at the stage door sometimes. And one of the little girls at the time, I don't know how old Nana was.
She was
probably, 9.
No, 7,
I think,
9. Yeah,
okay.
9, yeah.
And she asked her dad if my butt was real.
That's why didn't you ask her?
Can you imagine?
Yeah, she
She's
sure
like,
did.
And I said, what did you say to your daughter? Did you say it was real? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I said ask her.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so we connected on a friendship level, but then I had a secret admirer in the theater, and that person was him. Literally, I didn't know though for months and months.
Yeah. I was very discreet.
I would come to the theater and then I would have flowers.
Discreet and sneaky.
He was very sneaky and very stalkish. He was stalkish.
Oh, that wasn't stalkish.
You were stalkish.
No, really.
Yeah. So I didn't know for months. Like I would get in, and of course, now that I look back, I'm like, oh my God, if I knew his handwriting, because his handwriting is the worst. Literally, I would get these flowers, but he made sure that when he put the flowers in the dressing room, nobody was there. So even the girls in the dressing room didn't know who it was. I thought it was some white guy who was interested in my butt.
Oh my God.
Like I just didn't know it was this gorgeous African man here. Yeah, juicy.
I did what I had to do.
Yeah. It's really awesome. Like, so we connected there, and then we became friends. We hang out, we had lunch together. We had dinners, but we kept our relationship a secret for a while because, I wasn't ready for a commitment. I was busy living my life. I was just like, I don't want no relationship. I don't want no commitment. I was raising a 12-year-old at the time, which was really a lot in a good way, good and bad, because the teenagers.
And I was just coming off a relationship.
And then you were coming off a relationship. Yeah. He was still in a relationship. Well, kind of.
Not in a relationship.
You were not in a relationship.
Getting out of it.
He was getting out of a relationship. Because I remember one time I had to drop him off to his place. He was like, no, you can't drop me. I said, why? He was scared of the ex. Slap that face. Like, hey, who is this African woman with a big butt? Okay?
I had a wife who was very jealous for no reason at all.
No, nothing personal. You know, nothing stuff to say about her. It's just that, you know, it happens when people are going through separate ways. There's good and bad that happens with that, and sometimes you gotta get it together and figure it out. Like, you know, this not working. So if it's not working, you get out of it. So that's
a lesson learned.
Yeah, that's a lesson. Like, we get out if it's not working. If you feel like you're trapped in a relationship and the relationship is not fulfilling you anymore, I encourage you, everybody. I know the Bible says the Bible differs, right?
Yeah,
no. Because you gotta stay even when you're not happy in a marriage or something like. Because I know people who are in a marriage and they're sad, they're in pain, but they're staying because of many reasons. It could be anything. Yeah. You know, it could be like financial support. It could be fear of being alone, all those things. So I do understand that, and I sympathize with that. But when it's time for you to get a relationship and you're able to get out and you're not happy, if it's abusive, even worse, get out.
You're not happy, that's the key word.
Yeah.
The moment you feel like you're not happy anymore, it's just time to assess things and know that this is not working, it's time to go.
Yeah. Anyway, so one of the things that we learned in our friendship at first is like we connected and we became good friends. Sure. So even when I decided I was going to move out of New York City, we made a commitment in the sense that, okay, this is our commitment. You know, we connected. It was fantastic. The relationship was going well. And then it was time for me to make changes into my life. And I remember when I got another job somewhere, I was like, hey, I got this offer and it's a good offer and I cannot pass it and I gotta go. And you said, yeah, you go.
I did.
He didn't hold me back. He didn't hold me. He said, you go do that.
Follow your dreams,
yeah, he said, follow your dreams. Yeah. And one of the things that we learned as well is like, if something is meant to be, it's going to be. Yeah, so you don't have to force things and live your life in fear thinking that you're going to lose people, right? So when God opens the door for you, you have a relationship, you make it work. So we decided that he will keep his job for a year, and then after that, he'll come and join me. And so he was traveling back and forth. I traveled a few times, but he traveled more because his schedule was a little bit lenient and flexible. And so he would come and see me in Orlando, and that was fantastic. And once we realized that we couldn't live without each other, I said, what's that to Orlando?
Time to make a decision.
So we already kind of knew that it was gonna be like that, and he came to Orlando. And even when he came to Orlando, we said, keep your job, because we don't know. Because we never know, because we never lived together. We didn't know each other. We knew each other, but we never lived together, right? And then we respected that fact that, we were gonna, do that. And then that worked out fantastic. We went to South Africa. He paid some lobola. He had to pay their dowry. My dad was like, give me the money.
Yeah. Had to do what I had to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's culture. You don't mess with tradition. So
yeah.
I respected that.
Yeah. So, and then after that, we had a beautiful baby, and it's been fantastic. But one of the things as well, so we had this beautiful connection that we couldn't deny. And also, we had respect for each other. We had respect for each other, important. Right? And then with the decisions we made, like for instance, he respected that I wanted to achieve my dreams, and so he gave me the opportunity to go. And with him having children and stuff like that, I said, you stay, figure it out. I don't want just to snoop you and take you, away from your children, because he's a good daddy. He's a keeper. He's a good daddy. And so because of that, I was like, yes, you go ahead and do that. So commitment, and we give each other also. We are very giving to each other, right?
Yeah, you have to give. You have to give and take. Mm-hmm. That's one thing about relationships. People, you just take, you don't give back.
Yeah.
It's just not fair to the other person.
Mm-hmm. Giving is part of our relationship. I don't really like extravagant gifts, but he gives me coffee. He does all those things that I love to do. He does
little things. That
matters. He makes beautiful coffee. He makes my juices, and also I take care of him in so many ways as a wife. Yes. I do the things I can. I cook dinner. I take care of our little girl. He does the same thing. So it's like give and take. So we give each other, and all that stuff. One of the things though as well that we had to learn was to communicate a little bit better.
Key word.
Right.
Communication is key.
No passive aggressiveness, right? You're pissed off and the other person doesn't know why.
Yeah.
I'm angry. I'm just angry, and you don't know why.
Yeah.
Don't touch me. Don't look at me.
That's part of respect too,
Yeah.
When somebody feels that way, you give them that space.
Yeah.
Give them time to really get to whatever they feel and let them fill it out.
Yeah.
Then you come back later.
Yeah. What about trust?
Very important. Keyword is trust.
Yeah.
I believe if you don't trust, there's no need to be with somebody.
Right.
Yeah, there's no need. Yeah, I trust my wife that if I fall off a ladder, you get a pick to grab me, right? if I fall off a ladder.
Yeah, if I have the weight to carry you.
Just
support you.
Put your hand out and just make sure I don't fall all the way to the ground.
Right.
But it's just basic support.
Yeah.
That's
So
trust.
yeah. So
I got your back, you got mine.
that's true. That's true. And also, like, when somebody trusts you like that, it gives you opportunity to really live your life fully.
Yeah.
But also, if the person trusts you, you do the best they can, not even to disappointment. You don't live your life in fear into disappointing them, but you do the best you can, that you protect their heart, right? I dated somebody before who was like, I feel like you're not protecting my heart. but it's not like a force kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's like you just protect that person because this person has entrusted you with their life, has entrusted you with everything that they have. So you do your best as well as a partner to make sure that you're trustworthy, you are open and honest, which is one of the things about a relationship that has worked, is because we are open and honest, right? We were talking about something this morning, and I was like, oh my God, to be able to be open to him about anything. When I say anything, I mean anything. The only thing that was really tough for me to talk with him was my finances, because I was always independent. And but he had to take care of me for a year. Okay, so I was like, boo boo, I don't have no cash. You got cash? But also he respected me in the sense that I wasn't ready to do all that with him, right? And then when you have to buy houses and do other things together as a couple, then all things are taken off.
It's not an easy transition.
Yeah.
It's something you have to gradually get into it,
Right.
Because you can't just do it overnight.
Yeah.
It's a basic.
Yeah, but trust and being open and honest about your fears, about your achievements, and only don't really the only thing that comes out of your mouth to your partner or your boyfriend or whatever is not to criticize them all the time. Yes. Tell them when they're doing good. Open yourself more, even when they're doing good, to say, hey, honey, I really appreciate what you've done for me.
Absolutely.
Or when they're looking good. Tell them that they look good. I mean, he looks good, okay? It's like, I like him when he's wearing his jeans. I'm like, oh, that's Zadzy. That's Zadzy. And so when he's making food for me in the kitchen, I'm like, whoa. Okay? So trust is very, very important, and open and honest. Let's talk about intimacy. There you go. This is your chance.
My chance to take it. Well, intimacy is key. But, like the trust comes to play. If you trust somebody, your intimacy goes really well. Right? I mean, yeah, it helps the intimacy. Because if you don't trust somebody, you get timid and kind of reserved.
Yeah.
Reserved. So you have to really. I mean, if you
he knows my needs. I know his needs.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, and talking about open and honest. You know what works for you, especially if you're grown.
And willing to please.
Oh yeah, he's willing to please. Yum. He's willing to please, as he says.
Do anything you can to please her.
Yeah. But also,
I
do the best I can to please him as well, to make him happy. Also, you gotta mix it up, right?
Yeah.
You can't just be doing the same thing all the time. And then when you want something from the other person, be willing to be open and say, "Hey, dude, it's about time."
And don't be selfish.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, because sometimes people make that mistake of just want to be pleased and not pleasing the other person.
Yeah.
It takes two to tango.
Yeah.
So basically, that's what I always use that.
Yeah.
Two to tango. You can't tango alone. You'll fall.
Yeah. And I think that's what we've learned about us, making sure that the other person is happy, and it's vice versa, right? That's what a relationship is about.
Exactly.
And sometimes the other person may be more satisfied than you. Some days it happens like that, where it's like, oh, the child is like, mommy calling you, or you gotta go somewhere. So sometimes it's just like give and take from the situation, but it's really time as well to have moments just yourselves with your partner where you just have no distractions, which is cell phones, TV, and sometimes don't just have intimacy with the lights off. Have the lights on. Don't turn off the lights, okay? Because some people do it with the lights off, okay? So But one of the things that we've learned as well, though, is like self-love. I mean, like helps with everything. It's very important.
If you don't love yourself, you cannot love the other person.
Yeah.
You have to love yourself first.
Self-love.
Yes.
So one of the things I've learned as well is like the way he loves himself, it's impossible for him to love me. Like he loves himself so much. He takes care of himself so much that it's easier for him to take care of me. Okay. I love myself that much. I think he loves himself way too much, but I love myself just good enough. Just good enough. But he loves himself way too much. But the fact that he's able to love himself unconditionally and without judgment, and he takes care of himself, it's easier for him to do it for other people. And I think that's a lesson here. Self-love plays the most important role. Like even if you're not in a relationship, if you don't love yourself first, how are you going to love the other person?
That's true.
How is the other person going to see that you're full of love?
Absolutely.
So when you take care of yourself, it really just opens the doors to love. The more you love yourself, the more love just comes easy.
True.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we are so grateful that you were part of this video, and thank you so much. Let us know in the comments if you want more of him, and let me know, because I will give you Nathan and a Brahmi once in a while. Okay. Yeah, I love you guys, and so God bless you, and please don't forget to subscribe, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Mwah.
Pleasure.